how to always be consistent in fitness as women. All right. Now, if you're a man listening to this live, it's going to help you as well. But I'm going to teach our ladies today, especially how to be consistent. All right. So if you don't know who I am, first and foremost, I am Coach Jay. All right. Now, 7 years ago, I was that kid who looked too small to be in high school, and I was 110 pounds with no confidence at all. All right. Zooming past 7 years later, today, I'm 180 pounds with more confidence than I can ever imagine. That's not why you're here. You want to learn how to be consistent in your fitness journey. All right. And I'm going to teach you this exactly how I used it for the past 7 years. All right. So right now we're going live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram live. All right. So if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, make sure to leave it in the comment section down below. I'll be more than glad to help and answer any questions. All right. Now, getting into it, let me go ahead and share my screen as usual so you all can see what am I talking about. All right. What am I talking about? Okay. So when it comes down to being consistent in the gym as a woman, in your fitness journey, in your nutrition, in curbing your cravings and eating healthier, all right, there is one thing that we all need to master, all right, and that's emotions, okay? That's emotions. Now, I'm going to go ahead and write down my notes, and we're going to get started. I'm going to preach on this a little bit. Number one, embrace, all right, embrace fear and pain. These two things are emotions, okay? These two things are emotions, all right? So when it comes down to being consistent, a lot of people fail being consistent. A lot of people have goals, set goals, want goals, dream of goals, but can't ever hit them, can't ever live their goals because they let their emotions get the best of them, all right? I talk to plenty of women. I coach plenty of women, and the top thing that I hear is that they're not motivated. They're not consistent. I talk to men, right? I appreciate it. My boy Corey said, happy birthday. I appreciate it, bro. Honestly, I turned 25 over the weekend for those who don't know, right? But a lot of people, men and women, let their emotions get the best of them, all right? We're taught as kids at a very young age, when we experience fear, when we experience this emotion right here, they tell us to do this word, run. You fear something, you run. You're in a movie theater, right? And you see the person, maybe in a scary movie, maybe in Jason, you get scared, you run. You run from fear. You don't want to embrace it, right? You're supposed to subtract yourself away from the equation when you experience fear, when you feel fear, when you feel this emotion. All right. Stay along with me. I'm going to tell you how to be consistent. These two things right here these two things help me be consistent for 7 years and ongoing. All right. The second thing is pain. All right. When we experience pain, we are taught to run. Literally. We're taught to run from pain and fear. What I'm telling you to do is embrace it. Now, Jay, what do you mean? If somebody's chasing me, if I'm about to die, why would I embrace that? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about fear. All right? Fear. What you don't want. All right? What you don't want. All right? Almost everybody who listens to my lives has been to school. You don't want to fail a class. You don't want to be left behind in grade school. You don't want to look crazy in front of a whole bunch of people making mistakes. You don't want to trip in front of a crowd. You don't want to mess up during a performance. You don't want to mess up in an interview. All right? We're taught to run away from fear. We're taught to avoid it. Now, we can use this to our advantage with being consistent by telling yourself what you don't want. I want you at the end of this live, and if you can do it right now, write out your fears. I know when I was in high school, before I became consistent, when I had no confidence, when I was not consistent in taking my body and my health and fitness seriously, these are the things that I feared. The first thing that I feared is what people thought about me. All right? What people thought about me. What people thought about me. All right? Oh, she might think I'm ugly. He might think that he can bully me because I was bullied in high school, right? They might think I walk weird, talk weird, look weird. All right? It was what people thought about me. Now, this is something we obviously can't control. This is something that I talk to a lot of females on that are in my program, and they tell me that they think a certain way about themselves, even though their friends try to bring them up, but they still feel a certain way about themselves. All right. We can't control what people think about us, but what we can do is embrace what we think about us and change our own opinion. Because what you feel inside amplifies outside. If you think that you don't have confidence, you're going to be shy. All right. If you think that you're a certain woman inside, man inside, then you're going to be that on the outside. People are going to read that. The one way to stay consistent is to embrace fear. You don't want to do something. You don't want to fail a class. You study. Right? You don't want to get in a car accident. You drive carefully. You drive the speed limit. Okay? You don't want to get fired from your job. You show up on time and you do a good job. You don't want to go, listen closely. You don't want to have health issues that your family has had in the past. You take care of your health now while you have an advantage. You take care of your health now before things start surfacing up. You take your health and fitness serious now before the doctor tells you that you have to be on a medication. All right? Embrace fear. Number 2. All right? Pain. Now, what are we talking about pain? If you're in physical pain, why would I tell you to embrace it? And no, I'm not talking about exercises. I'm talking about emotions. This is how we stay consistent. Again, being consistent isn't hard. It's just that most people let their emotions, fear and pain, take control of them on certain parts of the day, and then they fall off. I was just talking to a gentleman on Instagram today, and he was like, yo, I fell off. I don't even know his story. He just said he fell off. I asked him, bro, do you need help with that? He's like, no, I know what I fell off on. Okay, great. Don't make it happen again. But guess what? We're human. We're going to have emotions. It's about what you do with your emotions. What do we do with pain? I'm not talking about physical pain. I'm talking about emotional pain. All right? Emotional pain. I'm going to open up to y'all. When I was in high school, I had emotional pain about what I thought about myself. All right? When I was in high school, I had emotional pain about how people treated me. Boom. How people treated me. Okay? You got to ask yourself, and you have to be real with yourself. How do you want to be treated? I was looked down upon. I was bullied. People would talk crap. You're small. You don't look your age. All right? They took advantage of my kindness. And that's because of me. But it's all because of the emotion, the pain. And so the reason why I stay consistent is because of the pain. Is because I refuse to go through the pain again. And that can build up a wall of consistency for you to never go back on who you used to be. What can this mean for some ladies that are listening right now? This can mean maybe your parents or a family member has made fun of your size and you feel insecure about it. Maybe somebody had said something to you and you feel uncomfortable because you're not confident in what your body looks like or how something fits on you. And that's okay. I don't want you to run away from pain. I want you to embrace the pain. Embrace the pain, okay? The reason why we want to embrace it is because we're taught to run away from it. And when we run away from pain, we don't solve the issue. We don't solve the issue. All right? If you want to feel better about yourself, you're going to have to be consistent. Otherwise, you're going to become better and you're going to become that old version of yourself again. It's better to not even want to change than to change and go back to the old version of you. Why? Because you were once that person, that confident woman that you wanted to be, that person that you always knew you could be, and then it was snatched away from you. Y'all ever had a good dream and then you woke up? Y'all ever had one of them dreams to where like you about to eat some good ass food and then like as soon as you about to bite into it, it's gone? I don't know about y'all, but I know I have. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever wanted something on Christmas and then like you thinking like maybe your parents or your whoever took care of you may have been like trying to prank you or like, no, we're not gonna get you the gift. You thought they're gonna get you the gift, and then guess what? You don't get it, and now you're heartbroken. You're in pain. All right. Your hopes went up and then it went immediately back down. It was even more devastating than not even having you. We're taught to run away from pain. Embrace the pain so you can tell yourself, so you know, so you can experience people treating you better. When I graduated high school, I told myself I'm remaking my whole self. I went to college. I was like, people aren't even gonna, I switched my name. My real name is Justin. My birth name is Justin. I tell people in college to call me Jay. Call me Jay. I'm a whole new person. I'm a brand new identity. You know what I'm saying? And it's because I had pain of who I used to be. And so I created a new version of myself by being consistent. And those are the two things you need when it comes down to your emotions: fear and pain. That is it. It's not overcomplicated. You don't need motivation. You just need to know who you were and what you don't want to go through again. Last example. If you have a stove and the stove is hot and you put your hand on the stove, your hand is probably going to jerk back, or you're going to, at one point, you're going to be like, that burned. And you're going to take it back automatically without the reflexes, right? The thing is, you don't want to get burned again. That's how you stay consistent. You remember how you felt when you were in that position and you do something to get you out of it. Simple as that. That's how you be consistent, ladies. Same thing for my gentlemen listening. All right? That is it. That is all. If y'all have any podcast requests, live requests, questions, or anything of that nature, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section down below. I hope you got value from it. If you did, make sure to like this, leave #replay down below. And like always, it's all love. This is Coach Jay signing off until Wednesday. Let's get it. Peace.